He's waiting for you. Oh, wrong mama.
I think it's fine. It's so natural to have children around. So what I'm curious about is, have you talked with each other very much about your ride on the experience? You have. What do you talk about when you, I mean, what is it you've shared, or, some of the things that you've shared about going on the ride together? And
I think we've all shared together how we felt, like what we experienced and how terrified we were. And, because these two rode before me. So when I decided that I was going to ride, I went from them, like, what did you experience? How did you feel? And should I feel the same? And it helped me, like, guide me on what I needed to do, what I needed to prepare for, especially with, like the clothing, how cold it was for them, and just all the feelings that you feel throughout the whole thing. And so their strength, I went off of their strength. It helped me to accomplish my year of the ride. So that's how they both helped me that way.
Well, Marie and I like to joke around a lot. So I think on the ride, that was one of the biggest parts, was the humor. The humor kind of made it warmer, I guess, the laughing. And at one point or another, I think all of us rode beside each other, gave each other encouragement, and would laugh from time to time. And I think definitely shared humor.
Yeah, because I think it was on the last day, I was ready to give up, and because I was real cold and my knees were like real stiff, and everyone had run ahead, and I was just walking, taking my time, and I was like the last one, and Christina comes back and she rides with me, and she was like, "Are you okay?" And I was like, "No, I'm gonna die." And she's like, "You're not gonna die, you're strong." And so she walked along beside me until I was ready, and then we ended up catching up. So, and just talking with them, and they're both older than me, so I'd go to them for strength and encouragement, and it helped.
have any of you fallen off the horse in the ride?
I did. On the second day, the sun had gone down, and there's like the last, couple miles, and it's on a gravel road, and everyone decided to take off running, and I don't know who was riding. Someone thought I was that good of a rider to put me on a horse that likes to run. Anyway, so the horses took off running full blast, and I don't know what happened. He just kind of jerked to the right, just slightly, and then there I went, flying off my horse and landed in the snow. I really jumped up all fast and tried to be brave. My husband was just freaking out. "Hurry, are you okay?" I was like, "Yeah, get away, you're embarrassing me. I'm fine. Where's my horse? Where's my horse?" And then Sheena, one of the other young girls, she was like, "I didn't even know that was you because you were wearing black, but you were all covered in snow, so you look like you were wearing white." So, "Oh, that wasn't Christina that fell off." I was like, but yeah, I fell off. The next day, I felt like I broke every bone in my body. Tashina's husband, Owe, I had to make him examine me because he was a medic and knows that kind of stuff. So I was like, "Please check if I broke any bones because I can't walk." But he assured me I did not break anything and had to start riding again.
Yeah, really. And have you talked with each other about how it felt to really finish the whole ride?
Yeah. How does it feel, Tashina?
Well, the first day is the longest. That's one of the things that they told me. The first day is the hardest and the longest, and so I think the first day was when I was really proud, because it was really dark, and like she said, they all took off running, and I was probably like the last person because I was scared. I kept thinking, well, my horse is gonna go in a ditch, or I'm gonna fall in a culvert, or there's a fence in front of me. I was freaking myself out. But they kept stopping beside me saying, "Do you wanna jump in? You wanna get off? Are you okay?" Yeah. And I would tell them, no, I have to finish. I have to finish. I need to finish this first day because it was the longest. And so the first day I was really proud because they told me it was the hardest. And I knew, when I finished, when I got to the site, the campsite, I was looking at everybody, and they said, we're done. The day's ended. And I'm like, oh my God. And I just cried because it was one of the biggest accomplishments that I felt. And after that, I felt more safe. I felt like I could keep going. And so I made sure that I kept going. And from being at the back on the first day, for the rest of the ride, I stayed in front with everybody else, right behind the staff. I kind of just stayed there because I was more confident. I was more confident with that. So, just proud, I guess, proud that it's hard. And so it makes you feel good that it's something you completed for a good reason, a good cause. You haven't even endured what our ancestors went through, because we know that they went through a lot. And they walked, but we were on horses. And so it was easier. It's so much easier than what they experienced. And you feel proud, but at the same time, you still have a hard time because they had it harder. They had it harder. And so I know with my sisters, I call them my little sisters because, I feel like we accomplish a lot of things. We're really close, and we're always encouraging each other that we're gonna make it. We're gonna do this. No matter what we go through, we're there for each other. So
Sounds like it strengthened you all as people, but as family too.
We definitely endured for our children. We wanted I know as mothers, our children are our lives. Our life revolves around them. And for us to, no matter how hard it got, no matter how tired we got, no matter how cold we got, no matter how much we hurt, we push through because life is extremely hard. And we want our children to push through no matter how hard, no matter how cold, no matter how much they're suffering. And if we can do it, then our children will do it. And these are the types of things that we want our children to be a part of and to endure, because that's part of being Lakota. Our children are all Lakota, and that's how we're all trying to raise our children. I remember when we finished, we were all so happy. All so happy to be warm, all so happy to eat. For me, the last day was the hardest and coldest day. So I was definitely happy when we went over that last hill and could see Pine Ridge. I'm like, there it is. We made it.